You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. I'm so glad that you've joined me on this beautiful rainy day. Sitting in South Carolina at the moment, taking care of this house and getting it ready to sell. And heading to Palm Beach in the next few days. Listen, I have really been thinking about how beautiful this part of the country is, and not many people know about how beautiful it is. This place is really so green and so nice, and I tell you, it's a place where if you are thinking about retiring, if you want to have a low cost of living, you want to have low housing costs, low gasoline prices, South Carolina is probably the very best bet that you can come and live very nicely. And you can live very comfortably. And you just have to get used to a slower lifestyle. Now, I've had this house here for 2 years, going back and forth to my office in Los Angeles, but I'm sorry, I stopped there because I saw a rabbit running across my lawn. But anyway, I've been living here for 2 years now, going back and forth. I'm living here really off and on, going back and forth to Los Angeles to my office there. And I always enjoy it when I come back because I slow way down. I mean, literally, things are not as important of getting them done fast, and so you just take your time here in South Carolina. When you go to the store, you see people sitting outside and they're getting to know each other and they're catching up and they're gossiping and they're doing all their normal neighborly stuff. In Los Angeles, I don't even know my neighbors. I literally don't. I don't know who they are. I've never met them. They don't ever talk to me. They might wave to me. If I can get a wave out of an LA neighbor, I think I'm really friendly. That's how bad it is. But here, when you wave, you'd better just prepare yourself that you're going to stop and you're going to talk and you're going to have a good conversation. That's just how it is. One of my aspects of doing mediation is that I do divorce mediation. Now, a lot of you think, oh, why in the hell is he going to start talking about divorce? Well, unfortunately, a lot of us don't have the ability to continue on in marriage. And it could be for a whole slew of things. We hope that we can sit down with a marriage counselor and we can work it through. But a lot of you out there are thinking, you know what, I've been in this for so long and I'm going nowhere. And so you're beginning to think about, okay, how do I plan for my divorce? Well, let me tell you something. It doesn't take just one. It takes two of you. It takes two of you to sit down and talk about what has to happen through this trial separation or through this time that you're planning for your divorce. You see, divorce takes planning, it takes patience, and it takes consideration of each other's needs. And when you sit down with myself as a mediator to start planning the divorce, we're not even getting to the assets and the liabilities and everything else, but we are sitting down and we're talking about, okay, how are we going to take care of the children? Who's going to be responsible for the children? Who's going to be responsible for the ongoing bills? Who is going to take the children for the weekend? And there's a whole host of questions that need to be thought through. if you plan for divorce, and we never want to plan for it, right? But if you've made that decision that it's time for you to end a marriage, that it's time for you to also be responsible and plan for that ending in a nice, correct fashion. You can sit there and you can yell at each other all the time. You can scold each other. You can nag each other. You can do all that stuff that has gotten you to this point of divorce. But it's also your responsibility to do good planning for divorce. That's what human beings should really be focused on the fairness of separation and then the final divorce. And I tell you, the best thing that you can do, and the couples that come to me and they sit down in front of me and we go through all this step by step and we plan it out and everybody feels more comfortable because now they have nothing to argue about because they sat with me and we put a plan of action together. There goes my dog because he saw a rabbit running across my front lawn. I saw the same thing. All I did was pause, but no, he has to make a big noise. See? So, Skippy? No, don't do that. I'm talking to people here. But let's get back to the subject matter, and that is planning for divorce. It makes the children more comfortable because now they have consistency they know exactly, mom and dad are separating, or mom and mom, or dad and dad they're separating. And now, but they have the ability to know that someone's going to take care of them. Somebody has stepped up to the plate and said, okay, this is what we need to do to make our children feel as though they have the ability to know that they're taken care of. Being taken care of by kids is an important thing. They want to know that they can continue on with life and go to their ball practice and soccer practice and go to their dancing classes and whatever it takes to make these kids happy and to keep them busy. But it also takes a mom and a dad to sit down together and say, okay, yes, we're separating. We can no longer live together, but we have children and we need to take care of their needs. That's what it's really all about. And then we get into the bills and everything else and who's going to pay for what. Also, because what creates stress in any type of relationship, even if you're not together or not, is the finances, the bills, the money coming in, the money going out. So we need to sit down and plan that out with our couples, between you and your husband or wife. So, divorce is, I know, listen, I do marriage officiant, and so I perform marriages, and I never want to see the people that I have them say I do together to say I don't. But it happens because we are these human beings of complexities that sometimes we don't try hard enough. Sometimes we don't want to try hard enough. Sometimes something else has happened in the marriage. Maybe there's finances that have put a block between communication. There's a whole bunch of things that happen in the marriage process that ends the marriage. So if you're going to end the marriage, sit down with myself as a mediator, and we'll go through the process together. And when we stand up and we end our first session together, you will feel a sigh of relief because now that you've taken the grown-up method of saying, okay, we're going to be grown-ups about this, and we're going to take care of our children, and we're going to keep the communication open in a conservative way, that no names are being called and no jealousy is out there, whatever the issue is. But it's being taken care of because now we have a separation plan in place that when we get to that divorce section, that we can put all of our assets and liabilities on the table and we can work with the attorneys and get it all done. I tell you, I know what you're thinking. Why in the hell is he talking about this? Well, because it has to be talked about because it happens. It happens every single day around this nation. And if it's happening to you, take control of the situation, because you'll feel a lot better by sitting down and planning this separation and in the divorce process. It's starting to rain here. You can hear it hitting my tin roof on the front porch. So let's sit down together. If you're going through a divorce, if you're going through separation, call me. 888-681-1518. It's toll free. It's free. 888-681-1518. And we'll sit down together and we'll plan this out. Otherwise, go out today, have a great day, and enjoy life. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT. I'll talk with you very, very soon.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.